Okay, I'm back again. I just recorded the 50 subs Q&A video. I'm gonna record another one now, but I'm probably not gonna upload right away though. I might upload it to like so that only I can see it. Maybe, I'm not sure. Probably though, and then I will eventually make it available for everyone to watch. Anyway, the video I want to make is games I'm interested in from August, so basically from now until the end of the year. I have a list of like 15 games or whatever, something like that, so I'm just going to briefly talk about them. And I have like a section of like games I'm gonna buy right away and like games that I'm interested in buying, or that I might buy when they're cheaper maybe, because I have a wedding that's coming up in like 27 days, so I'm not really in the position to spend money for video games that I don't really have any time to play anyway for a while. So yeah. So the first game that I'm getting day one, so I'm gonna basically take one from games that I'm getting day one and games that I'm getting, or that I'm interested in getting maybe. So the first game that I'm interested in getting, if I get a Switch this year, which I am hoping to get, is Super Mario Odyssey. This game looks so freaking good. Like, I can't imagine how great this game looks. I'm not saying that Super Mario 3D World, Super Mario Galaxy 2 are not great games, but this game looks like it can be the best Super Mario game, 3D game at least, ever. Which is a tie between Super Mario Galaxy and Super Mario 64 for me, I would say. So yeah, I'm really interested in this game. I think this is the only game I think that can actually be my game of the year instead of Persona 5. It has that potential, but we will see what happens. It's getting a release. It's getting released in end of October, I think. So I'm really interested in it anyway. And otherwise, probably my best friend Daniel will probably get it otherwise. So probably play it somehow if I can't buy my own Switch. Yeah. Okay. So games I'm interested in. Metroid, Samus Returns, classic 2D Metroid game. Um, it looks like a Super Metroid, Metroid Fusion, whatever 2D Metroid game with some new abilities and stuff. So it could be interesting for sure. I'm for sure not getting this day one though, because I don't know. I don't really feel like to buy it right away. I have other games that I'm more interested in playing, but it looks really cool though, and yeah, I'm a big Metroid fan, so I'm for sure gonna play this eventually, and I'm probably gonna enjoy it a lot. Okay, so next game is Yakuza Kiwami. I already have the Japanese version. Have not played it yet though, so I'm getting the English one too, obviously. That's getting released in like a week or so, maybe a week today. I don't know, a week yesterday. I don't know. Yeah, of course, Yakuza is amazing. Yakuza Kiwami is a remaster of the first Yakuza game with like new engine, obviously, like better gameplay, fighting mechanics, stuff like that. So I'm looking forward to it. I've played the Kiwami one on the Japanese one a little though, so I know what I'm getting, and yeah, can't be more excited because Yakuza is probably, or Ryu ga Gotoku is probably one of my favorite series now for sure. So yeah. Okay, another game that I'm very interested in is Blue Reflection. This is an RPG that sadly doesn't get released in Europe, I think, but PlayStation 4 is region free, so you can import it. This game gets released in the end of September, I think. It's basically an RPG game with like only girls, I think, which is interesting in itself, and it looks really interesting, and I'm very interested in playing it. It's like a magical girl, some kind of, something like that. So yeah, blue reflection. I mean, I guess you can check it out in a trailer or something. Otherwise, I at least think it looks really cool. I was close to importing it actually when it got released in Japan in March. I waited though and got oh my god, it got localized. Thank you. So yeah, I'm probably getting this. I'm I'm most certainly getting this eventually, but not right away. Next game we have Evil Within 2. This game looks amazing. This is also a game that I think can end up really high on my year, like game of the year list eventually. Like, you have the same main characters in the first game, and this game looks even crazier than the first game. I've never finished the first one though, but I will finish it. I haven't played too much of it, even though I was so hyped. Got it day one, which is unfortunate, but like, I don't know. I will hopefully even play it before Evil Within 2. Otherwise, otherwise after for sure, because it's a really cool survival horror game. I would say it's a really like survival. It's basically like a Resident Evil 4 with better graphics, because it's the same Shinji Mikami. So I mean, so yeah, it's basically a horror, like an action survival game, horror game, because you have like limited amount of ammo, like stuff like that. So yeah, that's what I would say. But it's like it has the mechanics of Resident Evil 4, but also since you don't have a lot of ammunition, you have to be like really careful with it and stuff. So yeah, it's probably gonna be great, and I'm getting it day one for sure in October. So very excited for that game. Okay, next game that I'm interested in getting is Everybody's Golf. It comes out end of August, so in like a week or so. I haven't played in Everybody's Golf in a long time. I loved the games on PlayStation 1 especially. And maybe I played on PlayStation 2 as well, I'm not sure. But for sure I'm getting this eventually. It's only like 30 bucks or so, like day one, so it's gonna be cheap eventually, and I'm gonna get it for sure. A lot of really cool stuff that you can get, that you can do and stuff in this also, and apparently there's like a lobby where you can talk to people and like, oh hey, you want to play some golf? So yeah, you can just go into a lobby and like talk to anyone and just play some golf, and it looks so much fun. So I'm for sure getting this eventually. Next game we have a game that's only gonna be released in Japan for now. I don't think it's gonna get localized. You never know. But that is City Shrouded in Shadow. City Shrouded in Shadow. Yeah, that's a mouthful. Anyway, this is basically a survival game. So basically, Tokyo gets invaded by these big robots and like monsters and stuff. So it's basically like tokusatsu and kaiju monsters that are fighting each other, like destroying buildings, destroying streets. They destroy everything, and you're this person that's supposed to like, they're gonna try and like survive running around beneath this, obviously on the ground. So it looks really cool. This game gets released in end of October, and I'm getting this day one for sure. This game looks amazing, and like tokusatsu, like those characters, and obviously kaiju with like Godzilla and like monsters in Godzilla. That's gonna be amazing. Okay, next game, Uncharted Lost Legacy. Like I said, I don't really like the series anymore really. I'm still gonna give this game a chance. This time it's two girls instead of Nathan Drake that you plays in the original four Uncharted games. Yeah, This is, I think, Nadine. I think I don't remember. It's two women at least. You play one of them obviously, and yeah, this game, it looks, it's probably pretty good, and I don't really have a desire to pick it up right away because I have other games to play. But when it gets cheap, I'm probably gonna pick it up because it's a normal Uncharted game, and you're like in the areas look really cool, and apparently there's more puzzles than gameplay, so that's a good thing, I would say. Okay, next game, Xenoblade Chronicles 2. It's the same here. Obviously, if I'm buying a Switch, I'm always going to buy this game. They say it's going to be released in December this year. I still don't really believe it. Maybe we'll see, because this game didn't get announced like that long ago, and like this game is probably huge, like the one on well, the one on Wii U, and also the original one on Wii, Xenoblade Chronicles, the first one. So yeah, but yeah, I'm for sure getting this day one if I have a Switch. It looks really cool, though, like really open, like really big world that you can run around in, like monsters and like stuff like that. It's kind of like an MMO RPG, I would say, where you run around and fight monsters and stuff, and like the story is probably gonna be pretty good too. So yeah, that's a game I'm for sure getting if I have a Switch. Okay. Then we have Mario Rabbids Kingdom Battle, I guess it's called. This is also a Switch game. I might get this day one, I'm not sure. Also depends if I have a Switch. Comes out in like a week or so. Looks really cool. It's like a strategy game. It's like Mario characters. Then there's like the rabbits. It's like rabbits that have, I don't know. They're supposed to like look like Super Mario and, I don't know, Peach and everyone. They have like kind of costumes on them or whatever. That's just ridiculous. But the gameplay looks fun. It's a strategy game, like similar to like the XCOM games. That kind of battle system. So just that thing makes me really interested in that game. And like I said, the gameplay looks really cool. The other thing around it maybe won't be that good at all, but like the gameplay, as long as that's great, which it looks like it will be, I'm gonna be very happy about it. Okay, then we have Etrian Odyssey 5. This is supposed to come out in the end of the year. I love Etrian Odyssey. It's also probably one of my favorite series. It's a first-person dungeon crawler where where you actually make your own maps. You draw them, but like the way how you walk, and you can put out like doors, like symbols and stuff, or like a door, or like here's a beast or whatever that you can't beat because you're too low level. But if you put like a symbol there, you remember that, oh, I remember to not go there before I'm extra strong, so I can beat this dude, and you don't like run into him and you're like, oh shit, I'm gonna die now. Great. So basically, you run around in these like cool like first-person environments, and you draw your map and you put out like all kinds of stuff. It's really fun. The gameplay is great too. Like, yeah, it's also first person, like the Dragon Quest games, I would say, I guess. Not exactly, but it's something like that. And there's all kinds of different kinds of characters that you can be, like classes and stuff, like mage, like knights, and I don't know, like all kinds of stuff. So obviously they have like different kinds of skills and stuff depending on who you play as. So a lot of strategy there if you want to be good at the game. So yeah, I'm for sure getting this day one because I love this series a lot. Okay, Ys 8. Haven't really played a lot of Ys. Ys 8 looks pretty cool. I'm for sure probably not gonna get it day one when it gets cheaper. I'm very interested in it though. It's cool that it's finally getting like a console release again. It's already on the PlayStation Vita too, I think, but it's cool to play it on PlayStation 4. The music is really great from what I've heard, and yeah, the gameplay is like it's It's like a action RPG, I guess you can say. But yeah, it looks really cool, and I think this one gets released um, um, in middle of September. So yeah, I know a couple of people that are getting it day one though for sure. I'm for sure probably not gonna do that, but I'm gonna wait and like talk to them and see what they think about the game. They're big East fans, and like so they're probably gonna enjoy it a lot, and I'm probably gonna enjoy it too whenever I play it. Okay, so next we have Uta vare Rumano, Mask of Truth. I've already played the first game that came out this year. It's um, it's a visual novel with strategy, battle stuff. When I bought the first one, I thought it was going to be like more strategy game. It's basically 90 or like 80% visual novel. So if you don't like to read, you're not going to like this game. But yeah, I loved the first one. I loved it a lot actually. It's one of my favorite games out of this year, and it doesn't feel like a lot of people have played it, and they should, because the story is amazing, and the strategy elements that's also in the game, they're pretty good also actually. So yeah, I'm super hyped to play the sequel that comes out in 2 weeks, I think. I'm not getting it. I want to get it. I want to get this game day one though, but I'm not gonna be here, so I can't really justify buying it. I'm gonna buy it in probably October sometime and play it whenever I have the time. Otherwise, I would get it day one. Otherwise, if I had a choice, but I don't really have the time, and wedding and everything. So I'll buy it eventually and probably love it. And I'm super happy and like super excited to see where the story goes in this one, because kinda left off on a cliffhanger in the last one. But yeah, we'll see. Okay. Okay, so then we have Wolfenstein The New Colossus. Um, Graphically, this game looks amazing. It's like an FPS game set in the 60s, I think, or like 70s. I played the first game, thought it was pretty good. I don't really like FPS too much. I play them like here and there. They're fun, but like I'm pretty interested in Wolfenstein 2 though, because the gameplay looks fun. It's always it's never bad to kill Nazis, because Nazis are assholes. They were, I guess, because not a lot of original Nazis live now. But yeah, I'm pretty interested in this game, and I don't know, I might get it. It's probably gonna be decently cheap before I buy it, so we'll see. Uh, I just saw something funny, but I'll say that later. So the next game is Dragon Quest 11. Obviously, I can't really buy this day one, because I'm thinking of the Japanese version that came out. I don't know, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago maybe. 3 weeks. It's like end of July, I think. This game looks amazing. I will probably what was I saying? I lost my thoughts there. Yeah. For sure. This game looks amazing. Like I said, I don't even know when it's getting localized here. I know it's getting localized, so I could wait. Probably won't though, because there are translations on YouTube, so you can actually play it now if you want to. And like this, like the graphic in this game, like everything looks amazing. And the game is supposedly like 50 to like 70 hours long or something, which is not bad at all. And there's a lot of content that you can do also. So I don't know. I think I'm gonna buy this when I'm buying City Shrouded in Shadow in October. So because both games are from Japan, so it would be wise to buy them together, I guess. Yeah, Dragon Quest 11 looks, like I said, really great. So I'm super hyped to play that game eventually, and yeah, I don't feel like I want to wait, even though Daniel be like, no, you're just wasting your money, blah blah blah. Maybe I am, but you know, you gotta live sometimes. Okay. Then we have Danganronpa Volume 3. Haven't really played the other two games. This game still looks amazing. I've heard nothing but great things about the first and the second one. I need to play them eventually. They're like visual novel. Uh, They're visual novels with like other things, elements in them too. But they look pretty cool. So, yeah, this game gets released on PlayStation 4 and PlayStation Vita. So yeah, I'm pretty interested in this. I also have a couple of friends that I know are gonna get this day one, so I'm sure I'll hear what they say, and I'm probably gonna pick it up eventually with the first and the second one that's also on the PlayStation 4 now, which is great for me at least, that don't play a lot of handheld games, even though I do it sometimes. It's more convenient to play on the PlayStation 4, I think, so that's why I do that usually. And I don't really commute anywhere. I mean, I guess I do to work, but I'm too tired to even care to play in the morning, so yeah. Okay. And the last game is Demon Gaze. This is also a first-person dungeon crawler. I played the first one on PlayStation Vita. This is probably also getting a release on PlayStation Vita. I at least wrote down on the PlayStation 4. So I don't know. I might get it on the PlayStation 4 probably. I feel like I might get this on day one. This is middle of November, so I guess we'll see what other games come out, because I know there's gonna be more games getting released for the fall eventually. Not all the games that are out right now. There's gonna be more games eventually, so we'll see what other new games will be released. But yeah, I thought the first Demon Gaze was really great. I beat it on PlayStation Vita. Like I said, it's a first-person dungeon crawler game also. It's different from Etra and Odyssey obviously, but it's still a first-person dungeon crawler. Decently hard, especially if you don't know what you're doing. It can be pretty hard. You might have to grind a lot. Maybe if you did like something wrong, you might have to learn another job. Stuff like that. So I mean, if you don't have patience, you're not gonna like this game. I spent like 60-70 hours on the first one, and I thought it was great. So I'm really excited about Demon Gaze 2 that's getting released in November. So yeah, and the funny thing that I saw in the paper is that I assume it's Tommy. He wrote Die Hard Vendetta, and this is like a GameCube game that sucks ass. And I haven't seen it before now actually, so I kind of laughed to myself, like you saw, because it's so funny, because I didn't see it before in the paper. I was like, what? So yeah, he wrote it there yesterday I think. So if you're watching this video, that was a funny joke, but you usually don't watch my whole videos at least. So, but if you do, you'll see this and you might laugh. But yeah. So anyway, this is the end of this video. I have another video that I might make, not today though, or like I'm gonna film it on my phone in that case probably, or maybe wait until October. We'll see. But that's the summer backlog video. Backlog video. Like the results, what games I beat and what games I didn't beat. It did go pretty well though. I obviously didn't beat all the games, but I was not too far away from the games I could play, because I sold a lot of games also. And my PlayStation 3 didn't work, like I've said like 1,000 times before, it feels like. So yeah, but like all the games that I could actually play that were available, I beat most of the games. Not too many games that I didn't beat, so I'm for sure happy, and I had a lot of fun playing games. Felt great playing them. Anyway, enough of this rambling video. I hope you enjoy this video. You can write down there if there's not other games that you're excited about that I didn't bring up here, because I'm sure there are a lot of other games as well. Okay, well, thank you for watching, and have a good one.